What's up, guys? All right, we've got a lot of people on, man. So I had titled this. Let me see who's all on so far, guys. Great to see all you guys on, man. Tell me real quick, if you don't mind, all of you are on. I'll say hello to everyone, but tell me real quick how you knew we were doing tonight's show. Did you get the email from me? Did you see this on Facebook? Did you see the YouTube blog post, or did you see it on Instagram? Was it the stories? If you guys can just please tell me real quick how you saw that this was happening tonight, how you knew about it. That will help me a lot because I try my best. I try my best to get the message out on all platforms so that you guys know that, yeah, we're here. Okay, Craig, Project Bass Guitar, all of the above. Ed, you got the email. Awesome, dude. YouTube post and Twitter. Oh, okay, that's right. I posted this on Twitter. I totally forgot about that. I don't use Twitter that much. Rock Lizard, you're not late at all, dude. No. Man, I love seeing all you guys on. So that's so cool. CG Justin, looking forward to it. You just got some Goose IPA. Whoa, yes. Love my IPAs, man. I'm going to be pouring this right here real soon, guys. This is from a local brewery here. This is Sunshine City IPA by Green Bench Brewing. Actually, I tagged them on my Instagram, so I don't know if they saw this. Maybe they're watching. That would be so cool. So let me know, what are you guys drinking tonight? I know not everybody on here drinks beer, but what are you drinking tonight? Even if it's just water. Paul, brother, you're drinking the High Life, man. You're back in the High Life again. Oh my God, what is up, everybody? This is so cool to see everybody. Faceless, you got the spam on Insta and Facebook, dude. Yeah, a lot of spam. Got some Mick Ultra going on. Dee Dee's got some good old soda. Yes, right. I don't think you drink, do you, Dee Dee? CBC Insane Wanderer. What? I've never heard of that one before, dude. That sounds good, though. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Faceless, yeah, I know it's late over there, dude. I actually pushed this up because I used to do these at I was thinking about doing these at 7:30, but I pushed this up, man, for your side of the world, dude. Oh, man. Dude, you got some Powerade, Citrus Blast, protein and creatine, yeah. Man, Powerade, creatine, and some protein powder, that's the way to go. Oh, we've got someone for Germany, Tim from Germany, dude. Oh, yeah, the Warsteiner beer. That's a good beer, dude. You know what? While we're talking about beer, I'm going to crack this open. We've got some Columbus Brewing Company IPA, the Insane Wanderer. Wow, that sounds crazy, dude. I like that a lot. So guys, cheers to all of you. We've got some real cool things to talk about tonight. I'm going to play something for you guys real quick after I take a swig of this. But we've got some really cool stuff to chat with you guys, because there's some things I want you guys to tell me. And this is going to be cool. It's going to be very interesting. A little bit different, Craig, yeah, dude, in Australia it's 8:30 a.m. I guess that's a little early for a brewski. Be like your Wheaties in the morning, man. My morning breakfast is beer. Then Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "Milk is for babies. Men drink beer." Of course, I don't know if he was referring to morning or not. Kentucky, awesome, dude. Awesome. Yeah, drink a lot of water when you're working out, definitely, dude. Shred dead a little down under, dude. Craig, I did not see your video yet. I'm sorry, dude. I saw that you sent something. I have not had a chance to check it out. I will do that. I promise you. I'll definitely check it out. I know you sent me something regarding your tone, your guitar tone, which sounded really cool. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. A 00 lemon, nice, dude. Water, but you're gonna be cracking open a Dilla de Dos Deftones in a bit. Nice, dude, nice. What's up, Jeremy? Alright, so check this out. Let me move this camera. I think you guys can hear me okay, because you guys would have told me if you can't by now. This is the LTD, man. This is my ESP LTD M1000 Deluxe. I've had this guitar for a long time. So that's just some different type of stuff, and faceless. I see, a little less gain. The funny thing is, I'm unplugging this real quick. I was actually playing that same amp, and I'm just playing through one of Bias FX2 amps. I forget which one it is. I was actually playing with this guitar, and listen to the difference in gain now with this guitar here. Yes, hear the difference in gain. Yeah, and so this is my Ibanez. This is the RG 1570 that I have, and it's got the original V7 V8 pickups, which, my opinion, like I hate these pickups for distortion. And the funny thing is, I actually recorded the first heavy metal workout instrumental album with this guitar distortion. It sounded okay for that specific album, but typically I don't like these pickups for distorted tones. They're not. It's not a metal. They're not metal pickups, and that's okay though. It's they're great for clean tones though. So you just guys, I wasn't really going to talk about pickups, but you just noticed the huge difference between these EMG pickups that I have in my ESP, the LTD M1000 Deluxe, and then the passive. Of course, these are active, obviously, and then the passive. These are the Ibanez V7 V8 pickups, man. They come with this guitar. So yeah, it's really great for clean tones, but that's really about it. But what I want to just go back and see if I missed anything. Uh, so Ibanez is my dream guitar, but yeah. So PV Raptor. Yeah, I had a PV Raptor a long time ago. That was a good guitar, man. I missed that guitar. I wish I still had it. It was kind of like a Les Paul style shape, if I remember right. I could be wrong, but I think that was it. Gilmer tone. I don't know if that's Gilmer tone or not, Ed. But thank you guys. Yeah, I know. CG Justin, you're asking me if I play Schecter. I've only played a Schecter like once or twice. Actually, a buddy of mine had a 7-string Schecter a long, long time ago, and I remember playing it. Shredded, yeah, these are definitely passive. Yeah, it's funny because actually my friend kind of sold me this guitar for super cheap a long time ago. This is like right when I met my wife. I had just like kind of gotten rid of all my gear over the years. Again, this is like 11 years ago, and I'd gotten rid of most all my gear, all my electric. All I had was an acoustic. Went through some kind of hard times way back in the day, and we won't talk about that. Those are long gone. This was like another life ago. But I didn't have an electric. One of my closest friends, Tom. I don't know if Tom's on here or not. I don't think he's on, but. He was like, dude, I'll sell you my Ibanez. He had like 3 or 4 guitars at the time, so he sold it to me for like $250. And he's like, just keep it in the family. So it's staying in the family. The problem is though, there's like a little. You guys probably can't see this. This little part right here, this little piece right here, and I'm not getting any more Floyd Rose. Like I'm no more floating tremolos for me after this. This little piece right here is coming off. I think I can just tighten it. I think it's an easy fix, but I've got to dig in there and fix that because this E string's out of tune. Kind of. Yeah, hear that real bad. So anyway, this thing is loose down here. I've got to somehow fix that. So I'm gonna plug in my. I gotta show your comment here. There you go. Sorry. Sometimes when you curse on here, YouTube will like block it, which I don't care. You guys say what you want. I think it's funny, but YouTube will block it, so I have to go in and manually like post it. I should try to fix that so I don't have to do that because I like to hear what you guys have to say. I don't really care what it is. I'm plugging this back in just so we're in tune. So let me see. I've got some really good. Yeah, these are the 81s. These are the EMG 81s. Didi got an Ibanez, got the Geo. Yeah, that's a solid guitar. I think Ibanez makes great guitars just in general, guy. I really do. Like as far as like the cheaper beginner guitars go, I think the Ibanez I think the Ibanez beginner guitars are much better than, say, like the Fenders, the Gibsons, and the other big brands, the big box brands. Um, the Schecter Damien. Wow, dude, I'd love to play a Schecter Damien Faces. That's awesome. Yeah, the 80, I think these are 81, 83. It's sad that I don't even know what type of pickups I have. I just know they're EMGs. But I've never played a Schecter Damien. I'd love to play that. I like Jeff Loomis's Schecter. He had a signature Schecter, and what was it? It wasn't the Hellraiser. It was something else. I don't remember. You guys may know. Uh, have I ever heard of diesel amps? I have heard of diesel amps, and I quickly unheard of them when I saw the price of those amps, because it's not something I can even come close to affording right now. But I'd love to play through a diesel amp. There's a guitar player, and I can't remember her name right off. She's on Instagram, and she plays with a band. I think her name's Leah or something, and she has a diesel amp, and from what I know, they sound good. You know, it's funny, like, we hear amps on albums and that sort of thing, and we hear people playing online and stuff like that. But you never really know how that amp sounds until you get it in your studio or in your room or wherever, and you start playing through it. You know what I mean? It's almost like depending on the presets of, let's say you chose someone's preset on Bias FX or some plugin, and you start playing through it and you're like, wait, this sounds completely different. There's just, I don't know, there's just this weirdness. Yeah, F the Floyd, dude. CG, Justin, F the Floyd. I'm tired of Floyds, man. I don't want to deal with the Floyd anymore. So you got some Jeremy's got some LTDs and Schecters. Oh, lefties. You're a lefty, dude. I posted a video the other day of me singing and playing. How many of you guys have saw my recent Facebook and Instagram videos that I've been putting out there with me singing vocals and playing at the same time? I would tell you to raise your hand, but you guys can't raise your hand. But no, I'm just curious how many people have seen those videos, because I'm starting to put out more content of me doing the death metal vocals, because that's a big part of my album. You know, okay, thanks, Faceless. Check, good dude. But yeah, so I'm doing more of that. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I never put myself on a pedestal or anything like that, but since I released Masterpiece, I've gotten a lot of, and I'm not saying I'm the best vocalist in the world, whatever, you know, I think Johan Hegg from Amon Amarth blows me away, man. He's like an inspiration to me, but I've just gotten a lot of good feedback from the vocals in Masterpiece, so I'm still gonna do mainly guitar stuff, because that's, you know, that's what we do here, but I am going to be putting out some more vocal, you know, videos and stuff like that. In fact, if you caught my last video I just posted yesterday, it was very short tutorial on death metal vocals. So after we get done with here, this live session, if you haven't seen that yet, definitely go back on and watch that on YouTube, because if you're interested in vocals, if you're interested in death metal vocals, that's a really I think I give you a lot of good tips that will really help you. That's my goal, is to genuinely try to help you. You guys know my videos are never about, look what I can do. Remember Stuart on Mad TV? Look what I can do. And then he'd like jump and then fall down. My videos are never about that. You know what I mean? My videos really are about you guys, and trying to help people, you know, just better themselves, get better. Shred Dad, you prefer passive? Yeah, active can do a number sometimes, man. Active pickups. Sometimes passive pickups do give you a more controllable tone, and that makes totally sense. I'd like some Seymour Duncan pickups. The LTD Horizon with Seymour Duncans. I bet that's awesome, Fails. That's pretty cool. Daniel likes my Atari shirt. Thanks, dude. This shirt is actually kind of vintage. Like, I've had it for like 10 years. So it's almost as vintage as the Atari itself. Yeah, you probably do get a lot more bang for this Schecter, Justin. Probably so, dude. You know. German made, yeah, German. I think German made everything, beer included, is just awesome. Right? No cover charge. What's up, dude? So you've been on 4 pedestals today. Uh-oh, vocal flexing alert, yeah. Hmm. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, so you saw the acoustic show. I don't know if you guys caught me playing on the patio last night. I say every Wednesday, sometimes every other Wednesday, my wife came up with this idea. She's like, you should do a wine down Wednesday. Wine is like the wine you drink, you know. And so we started doing that. And of course, that's a non-metal show that I put on Wednesday nights. But we're sitting out on the patio and we're literally having some wine, and I'm playing some acoustic, mainly cover songs. Sometimes I'll throw in a cover, I'm sorry, cover. Sometimes I'll throw in an original or something like that. So you're saving up for a tube amp, DD? Yeah, dude, definitely get the tube amp, man. Absolutely get a tube amp. I just bought the. I think most of you guys know about the EVH 5150. I haven't been playing through it much this week though at all. But definitely, yeah, definitely go tube. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm staying safe, dude. Thank you, Kyle. Definitely staying safe, man. Well, thank you, Justin. Thank you for saying that, dude. The most real MF. I love that. I try to be, dude. I mean, I don't like, I don't, I don't know. I do. There's a lot of people out there that want you to believe there's something that they're not, whether it's a guitar player or business person or whatever. I do what I do, man. Some people love it. A lot of people don't, and that's okay. It's just like us hanging out. If somebody does not want to come into our chat tonight to hang out, they don't have to. It's okay. But I know like every one of you guys, all of us on here are just authentic mofos, man. That's why I love you guys so much, man. Seriously. Um, Headless guitars, Kyle. I don't have any thoughts on headless guitars, dude. I personally don't like the way they look. And that's just me being old school. See this headstock right here, man? I love that headstock. It's reverse. Reverse speaks a lot about us metal people and just music people in general because we go against the flow, right? We don't want to be owned. We have our own ideas. And that little point right there, this just looks metal to me, man. And I love these looking heads. So, like the no headstocks, I've just never been a fan of the look. But that's just me. I mean, I know, it doesn't, I don't think it affects the way they play. I could be wrong. Oh, you're gonna buy some mayonnaise Devel 7 after this shit is over, yeah. Kyle, the first song I ever learned, that's a good question. I'm gonna show it to you, dude. A little bit higher, man. That's the very first song I learned. Um, I had an acoustic guitar. It wasn't even mine. It was my uncle's, and it had four rusty strings on it. It was missing the B and E string, and then he told me he told me he would restring it if he saw that I was serious. And of course, I got real serious real quick. You know what I mean? So that was it. But yeah, that was the first tune I learned, man. A little bit of Iron Man. uh, the '80s. I'm just trying to catch up here, guys. This is cool. Yeah, acoustic and chill is great, dude. Yep, acoustic, some beer and chilling. I love it. I like that. The series out of Bending Distorted Notes called Wine for Wine. That's pretty cool, dude. Bending some distorted notes. Yeah, I do love jamming. Yeah, the headstock's a weapon, dude. The reverse headstocks, I love them. LTD Viper or Jackson DX series? What do you guys think? I'm reading Justin's question here. I'm sorry, I'm reading Dee Dee's question here. LTD Viper or Jackson DX? I had a Jackson PS4 Performer way back in the heyday, man. This is like, I don't know how many years ago, like mid 90s. And I think I got rid of it in the 2000s. Played many shows with that back in the day, and I love that guitar. So I might would say Jackson, even though I love my LTDs. But that's a tough question, dude. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. But what do you guys think? LTD Viper or Jackson DX series? I don't know. That's really a hard call. Yeah, a little bit of Iron Man, guys. A little bit of Iron Man, some Sabbath. My favorite tune to play is probably one of my songs right now called Masterpiece. I'm sorry, not Masterpiece. Peaceful War. Peaceful War is my favorite tune to play right now. I don't have my 7 string. I'll break it out in a little bit and play it for you. But that's my Peaceful War is track 2 on my album called Masterpiece. Peace is spelled Peace. I'll just type it in there for you, dude. This song is so freaking fun to play. I love playing it. And I'm not saying that just because it's my song. I did kind of rip off the riff, and I kind of ripped that off Metallica a little bit, off of, I can't remember the name of the song, but it's off the Ride the Lightning album. Trapped Under Ice. I kind of started out like that a little bit, but it's, of course, it's got its own flavor to it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Daniel, I love the '80s too, man. That comment sticks out. I absolutely love the '80s, dude. Absolutely love them. They're just awesome. you know, is Shred Dead saying no to the '80s? Oh man, the LTD have two oh yeah, Justin, the Hellraiser, man. I'd love to have a Hellraiser. That would be awesome. Faces, you bought your first guitar to learn Metallica. I did too, man. So whenever I heard Metallica for the first time, I was on the bus, man, and there was this guy named Kevin. He had long hair. Everybody else thought he was weird. I grew up in a very traditional and kind of not. I want to say my parents were strict, but like growing long hair was just out of the question for me. But I admired these people that everybody else thought was weird because I certainly didn't fit in. And he was listening to something. I just heard like noise in the headphones, like, and I'm like, dude, what is that? He lifts his headphone. He's like, Metallica. He smiled because he knew he just won me over to his world. And I'm like, holy crap. I went and got my $20 from cutting my last yard. And I was like 15 years old at the time, 14, 15. And I went and bought two tapes, cassette tapes, and Justice for All and Master of Puppets. And I rode BMX back in those days, and I would just blast it my radio on the street, man, and just ride and ride. And it was so cool. And I knew right then, I'm like, okay, I don't want to just listen to this music. I want to play this music. So, Faceless Dude, thanks for throwing that in there, man. That was a huge reason. If I ever get to meet James Hetfield and Kurt and just all the guys, I have to just thank them and basically kind of like worship them right there because they're a huge reason I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Because had I not heard that, I don't know, I may have never picked up guitar. That was my inspiration. Then I listened to some Joe Satriani too, man. Joe Satriani, when I heard Flying in a Blue Dream, that opening and then those notes, I'm like, whoa, this is freaking bad. This is awesome. So yeah, those old thrash metal riffs. Yeah, growing hair out is way out of the question, dude. I started even when I became an adult, my receding hairline just took over, dude. Yeah, the clean part to live is to die is just so epic, man. I'm not ignoring you guys. When I look down here, I'm just looking at my laptop. So if you're like, where's he looking at? What's down there? There's like a spider down there. No, I'm just reading here on my laptop. So I want to ask you guys something, man. If you look at Haunted Tank. Who is Haunted Tank 75 telling me I need ice in my beer? Actually, that's one of my lifelong friends. That's Eddie Gray. So you're on with Haunted Tank tonight, not the Pipe Nook. He's the owner of the Pipe Nook. If you guys are into pipe smoking, shoot me a message and let me know, and I'll connect you with like the pipe dude, especially if you're in the U.S. here. So no, I don't need ice in the beer, Eddie. We don't do ice in beer. Actually, my Thai family, they put ice in their beer. They put ice in their Chang and Singha, like just because it's just freaking hot over there. So anyway, um, your roots come from MB. Yep, cool, man. Nice. Yeah, Master of Puppets is indeed a masterpiece, man. Overkill, Sepultura, and Sodom. That's the bands that got you into thrash and death, and dude, those are some freaking badass bands. I love all that stuff, man. Uh, I heard some Sodom the other day, and actually I'm friends with the guys from a band called Siren, Siren. If you guys look this band up, Ed Aborn, their drummer, actually did the drums for my Heavy Metal Workout 2 album that I released back in 2017. So they've got something coming up real soon. They were kind of a hit back in the 80s, then they just disbanded. No pun intended. They disbanded for many years, and they just recently got back together. They played in Germany last year at Wacken, so they're really really doing some cool stuff. So definitely check them out. So yeah, Faceless, tell on a tank, no ice in the beer, dude. That's breaking the rules, breaking the law, breaking the law. Oh man. So the House of Ed. Oh, nice, dude. I like House of Ed a lot. I like House of Ed better than Haunted Tank, dude. I really do. No cover charge. I love Testament, dude. When I heard Practice What You Preach, I it was like I don't know. It was like sliced bread. Like you've never heard of sliced bread before, and you eat a piece of it. It's like, oh my god. That's probably a bad example, but dude, I love Testament. I saw them live. I saw their Brotherhood of the Snake. Uh, and no cover charge, dude. Whenever we have some good bands come in, when this whole freaking virus thing goes away or whatever, let's go to a show together, man. Let's meet you and Mike Olson. I don't think Mike's on tonight. Let's go to a show, dude. Even if it's down where you guys live, I don't care where it is. But, you're only an hour away, man. So let's definitely do that when this whole thing is over with. Sabotage is good stuff, dude. I love Sabotage, man. Really good stuff. Awesome, awesome stuff. Project Bass and Guitar 777, Mr. Craig. So you've been getting into Doom. I noticed that, dude. I noticed that from your recent video, man. My buddy Eddie on here, House of Ed, he's been listening to some Doomy type stuff as well. I guess Amorphous. Do you guys know who Amorphous is? They're from Finland. Actually, Eddie and I, House of Ed and I, saw them live with Delane, which dude, I've become a huge Delane fan. Huge. Actually, that was a shirt I was wearing in my death metal vocal video that I posted yesterday, so you'll see that shirt. But anyway, Amorphous is kind of doomy. Delane's definitely not doomed. They were doing a show with Amorphous. Amorphous is kind of doomy. And Eddie, I know you're listening to some other doom stuff, dude. So, Chemists, I haven't really heard too much from them. So, Didi, you got some Soulfly. Yeah, I haven't listened to Soulfly, dude, and probably because they're deemed as new metal, so I really didn't dig into them. But I'm open to listening to them. I never really got into the new metal stuff, you know. Yeah, no cover charge. Yeah, St. Pete, dude. A lot of shows are in St. Pete, man. They have so many bands come through there. House of Ed's drinking a Voodoo Ranger Imperial. Whoa! Whenever you see that word on a beer Imperial, you know it's double trouble. Man, you drink some Imperial beers, dude, and it's like, it's like a 2 for $8 or something like that. This stuff I'm drinking, and for you guys that came on later, this is the Sunshine City IPA from Green Bench Brewing. They're based out of St. Pete. And dude, this is a solid IPA. I love this stuff, man. The International Beer Unit, the IBUs is 68, so it's not overly hoppy. And I think the alcohol percent is 6.8. So that to me, that 6.8, anywhere between 6 and 7, maybe pushing 8, is like the perfect alcohol percentage for me. Yeah, House of Ed, Swallow the Sun, that was it. Yep. Faceless, you're right, dude. There's a ton of good music out there that we just have not heard, man. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I was younger, I was so into Metallica, and if it didn't sound like that, if it didn't have that sound, there was a long period of time where I wanted nothing to do with it. So, you know, one question I wanted to ask you guys, and I don't want to get us off the subject of metal, but if you see the title of this video, and I was just trying to think of a really off topic to just real quick ask you guys, what's your favorite non-metal guitar style? If somebody said, okay, you can't play metal for 3 months, you'd probably cry. I would cry. But if somebody did tell you that, like, what would you play? Like, what's that style that you sometimes like go to when you're not playing metal? What's some of those bands? Justin, my cancer's fine, dude. Thank you, dude. I'm sorry, I saw your question earlier and I didn't get a chance to respond to it. Um, I never actually had cancer on my head. I had what's called pre-cancer. I thought they're gonna have to amputate my head off with his head. No, but it was kind of scary, man. I'm gonna lie. It was really scary at that time, but it was just pre-cancer cells, and they were able to freeze everything off. So, and I've been fine. I had a checkup like in November. So thank you for asking, dude. That was kind of a weird time. I did a video on that, and I think I was wearing the same shirt when I did that video last year. This is one of my favorite shirts, man. Yeah, thanks to Apple, you get to hear a lot of music, Craig, you're answering my question. You like finger picking on acoustic. I love that. Ed, you like some punk? Raymond, you like some GNR? Yeah, I don't, it's funny thing is, some people consider Guns N' Roses metal. I never considered them metal, though. They're a rock and roll band. Especially, I mean, Appetite for Destruction. I personally think that's the greatest, just pure, unadulterated rock and roll of all time. I think that album is just, it's almost like the label had no say so in what they were producing. This was just GNR. This was Axl and Slash and everybody else. So Shred Dead's classical Spanish flamenco, all the Shred Dead. So you guys know who Chris Broderick is, obviously. He was with he played with Nevermore some a little bit because he toured with Jeff Loomis way back in the day, and he played in a band called Jag Panzer. Of course, he was with Megadeth for 6 years, working for Mr. Mustaine, and then he went to do Act of Defiance. He formed that with Chris Dover, the Megadeth drummer. They kind of walked out of Megadeth at the same time. But my point though, Chris Broderick, he's a phenomenal Spanish flamenco guitarist. He's like, man, when I retire from metal, I'll just be sitting on a beach somewhere playing flamenco guitar all day. I'm like, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. It's a beautiful sound, a very beautiful sound and style. So yeah, some GNR, Raymond. GNR's good, dude. Fingerstyle's awesome. Nathaniel, Math Rock, dude. Math Rock is good stuff. House of Ed, yep, yeah. Play Deep, the outfield, dude. Awesome, awesome stuff, man. That's one non-metal band you and I both love a lot, dude. So, yeah, thank you, Justin. Thank you for asking, dude. DD, you like some soft rock? Oh, we've like some country. We got some country on here. I have recently gotten into a little bit of country music. It's so weird because I was so anti-country. There's not much music I don't know. I shouldn't say I hate styles of music. I'm not a rap or hip hop fan. That's just something. I think I went through a tiny rap phase when I was in high school. That lasted for 2 months, and it was like, okay, this is not me. I've gotten into some country lately, so anything that turns your girl on, Craig, that's hey, happy wife, happy life, dude. Mad wife, not good. So yeah, some country with some metal with some country undertones. That's something that would be interesting. Turbo Soul, some jazz. Jazz is kind of nice. Yeah, some jazz is kind of laid back, dude. Good old rock and roll. Improv jazz is horrible. Easy jazz is great. Faceless, that's awesome. What is improv jazz, dude? Is that let me play some jazz stuff and then it ends up sucking? That's nice. Kyle usually go towards hard rock or instrumental songs, which can get So I'll tell you, we're talking about Joe Satriani earlier, and I love his instrumental stuff. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's really hard for me to listen to other solo guitar albums because I tend to compare everything to Satriani. Now I don't care for everything that Satch does. Okay, I probably really like, I would say, a fourth of his songs, a fourth of his music. There's a lot of stuff he does. I'm like, okay, I'm not really sure what you're doing there, Joe, but next. But the stuff that I like is I really like a lot. It's just amazing stuff. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Naked and Fearless, dude. What is Naked and Fearless? Improv jazz. Everybody's agreeing with improv jazz is the worst. Yeah, if it wasn't Metallica, Justin, it just wasn't metal, dude. It had to be that. You know what I mean? It just had to be that for me back then. So I missed out on a lot of even just good rock and roll. I missed out on a lot of stuff, dude. You know what I mean? I don't regret it because you like what you like. Everybody's banging on jazz now. Some Cody Jinks, Whiskey Mayers, Jason Bullen. Well, that word whiskey there sounds good, dude. Robert Spurlong. So you're saying Robert Spurlong's got some catchy tunes. Yeah, I'll check. And I think, long time ago, I think I was really digging one of Norum's albums, the guitarist from Europe. Eddie, so dude, you like some blues and some Clapton and some Mayer and some, I don't know what, SRV is Stevie Ray Vaughan. Gotcha. It's hard for me to get into any of those dudes. Eddie, that's where you and I kind of differ, man. We kind of go we're like Journey. That's where we kind of go our separate ways when you start going down that path, dude. I'm like, yeah, next. But then I know I like a lot of stuff that you don't care for either, man. So that's cool. So, DD, do solos matter? I know some death bands who don't solo. I don't care to listen to metal without guitar solos. But on the other spectrum, I don't care to listen to metal where they have too many guitar solos. I like that fine balance in there. It's not that I won't listen to them. I think a band, and House of Ed can tell you more about about Galactic Cowboys, and Eddie, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they had a lot of solos in their music either. So it just really depends, dude. That's a hard question. Do solos matter? They do matter, but I've got to have a nice balance, man. It's like, so if I'm listening to somebody like Malmsteen, I can only listen to about 30 seconds of that, and I'm bored. I'm like, okay, dude, you've done the same thing for like a half hour, so play something different. You know what I mean? So it's got to be, if it's going to be solos, I want them to be melodic. I love shredding, I love fast playing, but I really want them to be melodic. And more of a riff guy, I like that because I don't know how many of my guitar lessons on YouTube here that you've been through, but you'll know I harp on riffs, on playing riffs. In fact, I don't give a lot of guitar solo lessons on YouTube. Most of my guitar tutorials are on metal rhythms, 7-string rhythms. You know how to write metal riffs on a 7-string, that sort of stuff. That's what most of my lessons are on. So I think rhythms are far more important. I think too many guitar players try to play sweep arpeggios and like, oh my god, I can sweep arpeggio now, and then that's all they do, and then they start sucking at everything else. So I could go on for that, for days, man. Turbos. Let me scroll back up and catch this, dude. Symphonic black metal, orchestra and metal is like chocolate and peanut butter to me. Yeah, I do agree. Nightwish is considered symphonic metal to some people, and I really like a lot of their stuff. I'm trying so hard to get into Nightwish's latest album. I was like on the fence about it. Then I listened to it more. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is cool. And now, as I listen to it more, I'm like, I'm kind of flopping back and forth. But overall, I love Nightwish. No Cover Charge, Earthless, and Truck Fighters. That's some cool names, dude. I never heard of any of them. I do remember some punk band called Ned's Atomic Dustbin. A lot of the skater guys back in my high school time, which I graduated in '93. A lot of the skater guys were listening to that. Yeah, dude, Galactic Cowboys. Yeah, I don't think they had hardly any solos at all, dude. Yeah, Dee Dee, there's a time and place for solo, and it's not during the whole song. Even my instrumental stuff, if you go back to my album Masterpiece, I've got 2 instrumental tracks on there. I think track 3, Anthem of Brutality, and I've got another track, I think it's track 7. The Metalizer is what I call it. And even those are instrumental songs, but I don't solo through the entire thing. You gotta let the song breathe. I feel the same way about singers. I've jammed with people that want to sing the whole song and they just want to try to fit so many words everywhere when they're writing. I'm like, let's let the music breathe a little bit. You know what I mean? So going back to the riffs, I think if you don't play solos, that's perfectly fine. Riff. Now, if you can play awesome solos but you can't riff, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Slapping the bass, John Cannon, dude. Here you are, man. So, your jazz flute, yeah, the jazz flute, dude. Now, Jonathan Cannon, I didn't know you'd go into Jonathan, so prestigious. I'll drink to that with my pinky out. No, dude, I haven't talked to you in a long time, man. It's good to see you on here. John Cannon is a really awesome and solid bass player. I had the pleasure of jamming with him way back in a church I used to go to a long time ago, and solid bass player, man. It was awesome. Yeah, Faceless, you've got a good point. Don't confuse shredding with solos, because just because you can sit in your room and shred all day every day doesn't necessarily mean that you can play good guitar solos. Because what's really cool to watch someone do may not be that cool to listen as far as musical content goes. And I think that's been part of the problem with social media. And I love social media. I love YouTube. I told you I made a video a long time ago on YouTube. I'm never leaving YouTube. There was this like craze where people like, well, I'm leaving YouTube. I'm like, I'm not, because I honestly, I take myself as obligated to you guys to put out really good content that helps you. And in having chats like this, I would never want to leave this. This is awesome. But one of the problems with social media is you've got everybody wanting and trying to be famous, and like Faceless mentioned, don't confuse shredding with solos. Just because you can do one thing amazing right here doesn't mean that you're going to be great in a team effort, in a band effort, and that's where it counts. So Disturbed, we've got a Disturbed comment. Disturbed is a good band that lacks solos. Yeah, you know what, dude? And you say they're considered new. I think, yeah, people say they considered new metal. I never really considered Disturbed as new metal. Disturbed to me was kind of in a league of their own, and still is. I never really considered them new metal. They didn't sound like new metal, and I like a lot of his stuff. He's got a great voice. One thing I admire about Disturbed is the vocals are unique, the music's unique, the guitar tone is unique, whether you like them or not. And like I said, I probably like a very small portion of their music, but even if I didn't like them, I would have to have respect for them because they have such a unique sound. It's like when a band creates their own genre, and it's kind of what I'm trying to do myself. When they create their own subgenre, then that's a good thing. You know what I mean? And that's hard to do when you're fighting labels and that sort of thing. So yeah, I get behind on here, guys. Yeah, music that moves you. Definitely, man. Definitely, dude. Dual leads are cool, man. Maiden and Priest, those guys do a lot of dual leads. Those are really cool. Don't rap or hip hop. Yeah, that's a rule. Some of the new metal bands back in the day when they started rapping and adding hip hop, I was like, okay, next. Oh man, Kill Your Television. Yes, I remember some of those guys. Riff. Absolutely, dude. I'm reading your comment, DD, about the biggest problem loaded with douchey and cringe-filled frat boy stuff. That's funny. Yeah, a rap band in Holland, dude. I bet Holland's beautiful, faceless. I bet I want to come to your side of the world at some point, dude. I'm bound to get over there at some point. I'm trying. My goal, like later this year, when this whole Corona crap goes away, is I want to be able to go give some workshops at at guitar stores and what I'll do is I'll just run some advertisements to build an audience to go there, and I want to kind of work something out like that. I was at the workshop that Chris Broderick did here in Tampa, and I met Dave Ellefson the same way, Megadeth's bassist, and he was doing a workshop here. And I don't, yeah, I do play bass. I shouldn't say I don't play bass. I lay my own bass tracks. Actually, I think I'm hiring a bassist for my next album. But anyway, I went there just to meet him. But these workshops that these guitar players will go around to music stores and give, they provide a lot of knowledge, and it's a lot of good things that you get from them. Plus, it's cool to meet these guys. So I know I'm not at that level of fame and nobody knows who I am, but I would just like to do it anyway. I almost don't even care if I get paid. At least I can write off my trip as a business expense. George, what's up, dude? Yeah, CJ, the old Disturb is probably a lot better, man. The Sound of Silence is cool. Yeah, Ken, I miss playing, dude. We had thank you for the solo compliment, dude. I think we had a really good sound back then. We made, we had a really good tone. We had a really good sound. It was cool playing with you, dude. DD's naming off some bands I have never heard before. Yeah, yeah, new metal, dude. When they start rapping, well, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm out. you know, I don't know, man. There's just something about rap music and hip hop that I just don't like. Now, pop music is different to me. I don't like today's pop music. When I say pop music, I'm specifically talking about 80s pop music, like Pet Shop Boys, like the old Madonna, some of like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of bands and now my mind goes blank, but stuff like that, you know what I mean? That was kind of like a thing for me back then. So, yeah. The Nordic people have the best metal. I think you have a point there, dude. Just the word Nordic sounds so metal and it sounds so cool. You know what? I haven't done yet. Mellow Death from the Netherlands. Circle is a good Melodeath. I've heard of Circle, dude. I haven't heard them. Megan says Eddie's little daughter Megan says, why does he have a guitar if he's not gonna play it? Well, I'll give you guys a little glimpse real quick, man. Hold on a second. What do we have here? I gotta turn this down some. Alright. I'm on mute. Sorry, guys. You guys are watching the back of my head. All right, Megan. Tell Megan to come watch Uncle Jason play. I'll give you guys a little something. Now that's one thing I was talking about. We were talking about shredding earlier, and it just came to mind. I used to be one of those people, and I'm not saying I was the best at it. There's certainly better guitar players than me, but I did become pretty good at shredding in a very short amount of time. Eddie can vouch for that there. Because he played in bands with me back in the. Actually, Eddie managed the first, like, I would say we were a pro band back in that day. We were a pro band back. We played gigs and all that stuff. But Eddie managed that band. So, but yeah. But the thing is that became all I could do, and then I started to have no flavor in my solos. It's like you've got a really good chicken wing. It's awesome chicken wing, but it has no hot sauce on it or no any kind of sauce on it. And that's what like shredding without those flavorful notes. Like I can do this all day. And that's cool and all. And that was actually a little sloppy. That's cool and all, but if I don't add some stuff in, you want to add those like really heartfelt, punch you in the soul, flavorful notes in because you gotta like guitar solos. Guitar solos is one of those things where you almost have to replace what a vocal line would be when you sing vocals. That song, those vocals, those lyrics, they speak to you. Like, hey, I've got something to say to you, and it's important. When you're writing lyrics, man, every part of that's important. But guitar solos, they have to be that same way. Every note you hit has to speak. It has to say a word. And Faceless, to your point, you can wait a minute. I thought you were talking about guitar solos when you said 300 words a minute, but you're talking about rap. Okay. But you guys know what I'm saying, though. We are talking about that earlier about soloing. Yeah, you do have to have that flavor in there. In my opinion, that's just how I feel about it. Nordic metal. Yeah, I love, man. I'm gonna go listen to Nordic metal on the patio after we get off here. I still got to work tonight, by the way. I've got like a blog post to put out, and I've got some other stuff I got to do. But I'm gonna definitely listen to some Nordic metal tonight. So, what's a Nordic metal band? Like, what's the name of a Nordic metal band? I know, and we've got a lot of chat going on here. I can only see so much because we're down under here. I didn't know. I figured Disturbed was detuned, dude. Downtuned, detuned, whatever. So, thanks, DD. Hopefully that, yeah, you're right. Solo without the good riff is nothing, dude. Faceless, you said it had heavy delay sound. Have I expanded on that? Yeah, dude. I put that on Instagram and Facebook, and I have not yet, dude. I've got it in the studio here. I saved the file, and I was working on that. So I do want to work on that. I've been chatting. I've been chatting with a guy that was in a music class that I took, music marketing class I took about a year and a half ago, and we were talking about doing something together because he does a lot of guitar stuff like that. I'll share one of his videos in a blog post on YouTube, and let you hear some of his stuff because he's phenomenal at that kind of stuff, a lot better than I am. But yeah, I am going to expand on that because some of what I want to do in my upcoming thing that I'm going to release this year, later this year, I can't talk much about it because this is what I'm doing later. It's going to be metal, but I'm going to be releasing something completely different, and it's not just going to be me this time. I will do some solo stuff. I'm always going to do solo music as a solo artist, but I've got something else in my back pocket coming out. I'll talk more about that as I can. Amon Amarth, Eddie. Dude, I love Amon Amarth. I do. Yeah, Nordic, I guess, duh, Nordic metal, right? But yeah, I absolutely love Amon Amarth. Man, the 10,000 pound note is worth 132 seconds. Uh, yeah, Amon Amarth. Man, I remember when I saw them live for the first time. They had these. Actually, I think I've still got my blog posts. I don't know if you guys go to my website over jasonstallworth.com, and if you click on blog, the blog part, and you go like way back to one of my original. I've only got like 30 blog posts on there, but go back to that, and you'll find my blog posts on the concert, and you'll see some of the pictures that I took. Pretty awesome, man. Their theatrics are great. They have these. If you guys haven't seen them on Amarth, if they come to your town, go see them. It's well worth the show. They had horns, and they had these people come up on stage with like these arrows and all these like ancient weapons and stuff like that. It was so cool. That was such a cool show. Eddie, I know you saw them in Pensacola a while back, man, and that is like the show, dude. Yeah, you're right. Faceless metal. Metal is from those Nordic countries, dude. I really want to visit. I want to visit all three of those countries: Norway, Finland, Sweden. I want to because so many bands come out of those areas that I love. I love the sound that comes out of that. I love even bands like Evergrey. I don't know if you know Evergrey. Tom England's band. He's got a lot of cool stuff. I think Sonata Arctica is from Finland. I think, and of course, it's not Sonata's not like Nordic metal, but they do have there's a certain vibe that comes out of that area of Europe that's just like wow to me. I love it. Didi, so your first Maiden record was Brave New World. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't own that many records. Two things that I regret from my early years. Two things I regret. Then I'm going to ask you guys what yours are. So get ready. My two things I regret hugely was that I didn't go to really any concerts. And my musical spectrum was so tiny. Now, a lot of this is because I grew up in a very religious household and it was kind of frowned upon. My parents were awesome. I'm not speaking ill of my parents at all. My mom and dad raised me to be a good human being. Any mistakes or any stupid crap I've done throughout my life, I cannot blame my parents. That was all me. You know what I mean? So that said, I don't want you guys to think that I grew up in this horrible household. My household was great, but there was a religious factor there, and it was pretty strong. And for me to say, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna go to a Slayer concert tonight," that's devil music, isn't it, son? Yeah, it kind of is, but Slayer's not devil music, but you know what I mean. It's that. So that was the thing, and I'm not saying I'm an outstanding person, but I could never lie to my parents. I lied to them one time, and I just couldn't lie to them after that. Me and one of my buddies got caught mooning two girls on the bus, and of course I tried to tell my parents, "Well, I didn't pull my pants all the way down," Well, that was a lie, and I got whipped with a belt because that's what we did back then, and it worked. You get whipped and you do that mistake one time, you don't do it again. Anyway, so all that said, Luis, good night, brother. I see your comment. Thank you for joining, Luis. Luis from Venezuela. Thank you so much, dude. I don't know if your good night means you're leaving or if you're just coming on because I think I just saw you come on. Luis is my buddy here. He's a very, very cool guy from Venezuela. But anyway, yeah. So two things I regret. I didn't go to hardly any concerts at all, and I didn't own a lot of albums. You're asking my first Maiden album is. Sadly, I've never owned an Iron Maiden album. I listened to some Iron Maiden. I never got hugely into. I love them. I love what they are. I love what they stand for. I love everything about them as far as a band goes. I just never really got too much into them, if that makes sense. Any tips for upcoming bands and what to do to grow your following? Josh, I am going to be doing some stuff with that. Uh, I've got a lot to cover on that, dude. That's a really good question. I am going to start helping you guys with that. I know not everyone on here is looking to put out an album or whatever. And a lot of people just play guitar. So it's just a really good outlet to have, and it's a healthy, like one of the most healthy outlets you can do. But I do know some of you are looking to like pursue your music more than just a hobby. I'm going to be putting out some stuff. I'm not really going to include it so much on this platform. It's probably going to be a little bit different platform. I've got some stuff coming down the pipe though, and you guys will be made aware of it. If you guys don't have my email, if you're not on my email list, I'm going to give you that right now. I'm typing it in as we speak. So sign up for this. What I do is I give you a free metal guitar guide, my book called 10 Riffs, 10 Metal Riffs and Licks. So I'm just typing it in. Go to that link right there that I just posted and sign up. And that way, when I do things, I don't spam you guys. I don't send your email address to anybody. I have it. I'm just being transparent with you guys. I will send you a promotion from time to time. Hey, I've got this on my shop or whatever, but I don't email you guys every day or anything like that. So don't worry about, oh my God, Jason's gonna spam the crap out of me. You guys know better than that anyway. But that way, when I start doing this new thing to help musicians that want to take it to the next level, I'm gonna send all you guys an email and let you know that will probably be that's probably the best way to get information like that from me. So definitely sign up if you haven't done that yet. And I also send out notifications, like some of you got the email today that hey, we're live tonight, and that's because sometimes social media, when you post stuff on Facebook and Instagram and even the YouTube post here, sometimes it gets buried. A lot of times it gets buried. So guys, I mean, I've got like 27,000 followers on my musician Facebook profile, but if I send out a message, only a very small percentage will get that. Facebook is a platform you got to pay to play, and I'm not going to boost every single post. You know what I mean? So that's yeah. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, and I'll definitely get some more info. The first email at the bottom, you'll see my Instagram too, or even in this description here. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and if you want to shoot me a message to my musician profile, feel free to do that, man, and we can talk more about what you're wanting to do. So yeah, yep, guitar is definitely favorite instrument. That's definitely you know, and House of Ed, yeah, I know, dude. I know Maiden's your favorite metal band of all time. I wish I could say this. I mean, they're phenomenal, man. Like did you guys watch Wind Down? I know some of you were on Wind Down Wednesday last night that I did out here on the patio. I do a cover of Wasted Years because that is my favorite Iron Maiden song, and it's actually one of my favorite songs because musically and lyrically, I think the song is freaking powerful. I think it's just stupid powerful. You know, and I guess I relate to that a lot lyrically. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks for signing up, dude. Yeah, and that you guys should get that book in the next 5 minutes. I think a lot of these emails, the first like few emails you get, they're automated because I have them set up that way. But then everything else will be just me organically. Hey, I'm typing you guys. Also, real quick, when you sign up for my email, you'll get your guide. What you'll also be part of, though, is every Friday morning I send you an email, just kind of a recap of the week. So if there's videos that you missed, because you guys know I put a lot of tutorials out and live stuff out on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, I give you just kind of a recap of everything that happened that week, and I give you links. So if you see something in the email is like, oh crap, I didn't see this that Jason put out, you know, like tomorrow you'll see links there, and it's just going to stuff that you might have missed. So it's just a good way to kind of stay on top of stuff, and you know, again, the stuff I put out is really to help you, and then some of it's entertainment as well. You know, hey, but Faceless. So yeah, you're usually on Wind Down Wednesday, dude. Were you on last night, Faceless? I can't remember, dude. I'm sorry, my memory is kind of foggy today. Yeah, Daniel, you're on Wind Down, dude. Or were you on last night? Well, I had the other Daniel. I've got another Daniel that was on last night. I'm sorry, dude. There's another Daniel that was on last night. Yeah, so Wind Down Wednesday. What I do is I play. My wife came up with this idea. I play acoustic on the patio, and I'm just playing some like some metal cover songs on acoustic. I acousticify them, if that's a word. We just made it up if it's not. And you know, that's kind of what we do. You know, and I go out there and sing. I do what I did a Scorpion song. I did a Dawkins song. You know, and of course I do them in different keys because I can't sing near as high as some of these guys can sing. I even do some bad English. I did, you know, did When I See You Smile You Tonight. Did some foreigner, a lot of different stuff. And then I'll play, yeah, acousticify, Daniel. That's a word. We just made up a word, dude. Daniel, yeah, I've thought about doing a Skype jam session. That is something I'd probably charge for, to be honest with you. And I've kind of been like toying around with that idea. I've been so busy lately. You guys know I run a fitness blog too called themuscleprogram.com, and I've been doing a lot of things with that too. So, all right, catalyst music. You primarily use the guitar as an instrument to help compose. Okay, you're a decent rhythm player, but you really can't solo to save your ass. All right. Would I be interested in collabing every once in a while? You know, collabing's tough for me right now. Shoot me a message on Instagram or something like that, and let me know exactly what you're doing, because right now my schedule's booked. Running the music business here, I do everything from end to end. I'll tell you, I know someone earlier wanted to further their music. If you ever want to do music or run a business of any kind, and you're learning everything from end to end, it is like having two full-time jobs. So it's my bandwidth right now, dude. To be honest with you, is not favorable in collabing right now with anyone. But it's not that I'm not interested in it. I definitely wouldn't mind doing that. It's, you know, more at some point. I did a collab with Kevin Fassard. I think it was last year, and I did a collab with the Arabian Panda, and both of those things were pretty time consuming, man. So like right now, I don't have the bandwidth for it. All right, Ed, see you, dude. Yep, up with the horns. Everybody, tell Eddie good night. House of Ed's checking out. See you, dude. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate our friendship, dude. He's been such he's like probably my I call him my best friend. He's like a brother to me. So um, you know, he lives in Pensacola. I live here, and in Tampa, like you guys know where here is. So we're about like 8 hours away. But he comes down here about once a year, sometimes twice a year, to go to a metal show because we get so many cool shows here in the area. You know, so I can't wait till this freaking Corona thing just like. I know it's not going away, and we're gonna have to be cautious, but I can't wait till open things back up to have shows and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people are wanting to open this back up probably too soon. I'm not on that bandwagon. I'm not saying we should reopen everything earlier than we should, because this whole virus thing is pretty serious, and I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert in it. You know, I'm kind of just doing what I'm told in this. You know, but anyway, I can't wait to get back out to some shows, man. I'm dying to go to a metal show, like a real metal concert. You know, I love it. I love it. Love it. So yeah, I played some Toto last night, Faceless. Ed, Metal Church. I love Metal Church, dude. Their album, Blessing in Disguise, that has their one of their top songs, Badlands, on it, dude. Really good. Really, really good album. Just a Lily Windcheimer. Having fun is what it's all about. Dude, Istanbul, from Istanbul. That's awesome, Ishan. Then thanks for joining. Thanks for coming on, dude. Um, what was I linking, Josh? Sorry, I probably missed the question, dude. Were you talking about? Because I think I gave you guys the link to the Guitarist download, right? Josh, let me know what you're referring to. You said, can you link that, please? Oh, the fitness blog. Yeah, yeah, dude. I'll put it on here. Brother Mike Olson is in the house, guys. The man. I call Mike the master because he's the master, but he also mastered all of my albums to date. Big Mike Olson on there. Really good dude, guys. So he's sorry, I can't type and talk at the same time, man. So Josh, that's the link to the muscleprogram.com, dude. I've just it's mainly a blog. I'm a writer for that. So it's my site. I say I'm a writer for that site. It's my own. I started that in like 2010, 11ish, about the same time I started YouTube. But Anyway, so you can go there and check stuff out. I've been blogging mainly workouts that you can do at home with dumbbells because that's kind of where we're at right now. And I've been training with two 20-pound dumbbells. I mean, I'm not like a super heavy, I'm not like the strongest person in the world by any means, but, I go heavy is relative. I used to go pretty heavy on some things, and to go down to 20-pound dumbbells, but I've been blogging about this and just giving some of the techniques I've been using to make those workouts more intense. And holy crap, dude, I've gotten some really good workouts. So yeah, go on there. I think when you go to the home page, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see. If you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see at home workouts, or under the menu there, just click under workouts. You'll see at home workouts, workouts at home, whatever. So you can do that. I've heard of the band Red. I never really listened to them that much though. 13th Warrior. How did we get into talking about spacesuits, dude? I missed that whole conversation. All right. So Daniel's saying, really, really, that's all you need. Yeah, crunches, biking, jogging. Jogging, that's not for me, dude. I actually jogged last Monday. Man, I hurt for days. I'm not built for jogging, dude. I'm like 220 pounds. I don't think Mike can jog either. Me and Mike would just fall over dead if we had to jog. But I do walk. My wife and I took like a 2 mile walk this morning. So I walk several times a week, like 5, 6 times a week. I love walking. So, but I don't like jogging. I don't like it. It hurts my knees. I just don't. Some people are built for running. Some people are awesome at it, and I think it's great exercise for probably for most people. But I don't think it's for everybody. You know what I mean? So, lifting's more my thing. I love the gym, and that's kept me healthy over the years. All right, Ed. See you, dude. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for another Ed on there. We had two Eds on tonight. Thank you for joining, dude. Yeah, grab that advice, Josh. There's some helpful stuff on that site, dude. So, guys, I want to tell you real quick. In the description of this YouTube channel, I always had to tell you guys this. I've got links to if you want to support me, financially. Here's my offering plate. I'm totally kidding. No, so I've got links to my music and links to my shop. Those of you in the U.S., I mean, you can buy my CD from anywhere. The Masterpiece CD, you can buy this from anywhere. I just know shipping is outrageous in some of the overseas countries from here. But that's available, guys, on my shop. There's a link in the description of this YouTube video. Now, I do all the other merch on my shop, like my t-shirts. I just came out with masks. I've got masks that have Keep It Metal on them. You guys probably got my email. Check your email for that today too. I sent that out to most of you today. I know some. If you bought it last week, I know a lot of you bought the mask last week from that email. If you bought it already, you didn't get the email today because I don't like to send people the same stuff that they've already gotten. But I just ordered a mask that like covers your whole front of your face here. It's got Keep It Metal design on it. I ordered that for me and my wife. The shipping, what I want to tell you guys is shipping is a little slow right now because of this whole thing going on. So you will get your product, I promise you. It's going to take probably 3 or 4 extra days. So just know that when you order from my shop. But that link is in the description. Now my shirts and all that stuff, those ship worldwide. So you guys are okay just about anywhere. I mean, the shipping will be different, but there's an office in the UK that ships my products. There's one I think there's 2 in the US. So, that those go worldwide. And then I've also got links in the description in the YouTube channel to stream my music as well. Of course, that helps me too. And I think I've got my PayPal link. I do accept tips these days, but I don't expect tips from stuff like this. Those are for my live performances. But anyway, so Mike, what amp are you getting today, dude? No playing through it till tomorrow. New amp day. PRS MT15. Nice. I am interested in hearing what that sounds like, dude. PRS has some cool stuff, man. I played my friend's Brian. He's in kind of like a country cover band. He bought a really high-end PRS guitar, and I played that, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, can I just hey, what's that over there? And when he looked over there, I was gonna take it and run. I'm kidding. No, but I was like, man, I'd love to have one of these things. This thing played awesome. It sounded awesome. And even plugging in my 7-string to his amp after playing the Paul Reed Smith was like, my 7-string didn't sound so good. You know, that thing was just amazing. So I can only imagine what the amp sounds like. Yeah, Mike, you know, dude, I mean, I'm assuming that's a 15-watt tube amp, though. Uh, Dude, I mean, I don't know why we even need more of that, especially in the studio. I mean, if you're playing live, that's one thing. Even live, though, I mean, a 50-watt amp is plenty live. You know, people just had the half stacks because it looked cool. You know, but I think these days people are a little bit more practical, just like my EVH over here. Of course, if it was a half stack, if it was 4 speakers, it would look really a lot cooler, but it's only a 212 and it's a 50-watt head. But that's gonna fill up most venues that I would play at. You know, the half stacks are really for those huge, you know, auditorium style venues. The 6L6 tubes, yep. No, those are good things, dude. Those are awesome. You would get one PRS over Gibson. Yeah, Gibson's kind of gone downhill over the years. I don't know if you guys watch Spectre Studios' channel, Glenn Fricker. He's super famous on YouTube now, but you know, I like some of his material, not all of it. I like most of his material. I really like a lot, and you know, he's been bashing Gibson lately, but just kind of calling them out on their crap, you know. So I'm like, you know, with Gibson, I think they were putting like cheaper parts in their high-end guitars. That's a no-no. You don't do that. You know, that's what sucks about corporations. They're always gonna go with what's the bottom line, and they're always gonna put the dollar over people and the dollar over quality. You know, so I'm probably always gonna stay a small guy, just so you guys know. And I like even on that note, I don't know that I'll ever sign with a label. Even not to say I've had the opportunity to, but I don't know that I will. I think I'll keep everything in house. Now that means I'm responsible for everything from promoting to marketing. You know, I can hire some of this stuff out, but it you know starts and ends with me. Oh, my battery's dying. It starts and ends with me. But then you know when you get into those big corporations, those chains and the labels, you know they kind of own you. You know what I mean? So I don't know that I want that. Anyway, I'm going off on a rabbit trail on that. We could probably all talk about that for days. Uh, yeah, like so full size tube amps and then quick mode will take to 50 watt. Okay. Josh, the plugins I'm using right now, dude. So I'm using Bias FX2 quite a bit. I just put out a video, and if you're on my email address, I'll be sending you a link to that. Because again, that I'm sending you my Metal Guitarist Friday. You'll get that email every Friday. I don't know if I said that before, but I'll give you a recap on everything that happened that week because you know there's a lot of stuff that people missed, and you'll see the link to that. So yeah. Um, but I've got a link to the Insane 5153 amp in the Bias FX2 plugin. But probably my favorite plugin from Metal is Neural DSP's Fortin NTS. And Neural DSP has been going crazy lately with their ads. I get ads all the time on my YouTube, and they just been going crazy with creating new products, the Plini, this, that, the other. I still think that Fortin NTS though just blows any amp away from Metal for hardcore metal. So that's just look up Neural DSP Fortin NTS. Actually, look up Fortin NTS on my YouTube channel. Just type in Jason Fortin NTS. You'll see my videos. I've got a couple of videos so you can hear what it sounds like, and I think I'll link to them also. Yeah, Mike, I know you had a bad experience with the label, dude. You know, and Faceless, no, you don't want an STD. I saw that. Yeah, Mike, I played through Plini, dude. I was impressed, but I don't know, man. It was something about it I didn't care for. I can't really put my finger on it. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I should probably go back to that. Cool Chug, what's up, dude? Yeah, plugins are like Bias FX2 is another beast. In fact, I did a video on Bias FX2 when I first got it, and FX I liked better. And there's only like one amp I like for Metal in the whole Bias FX to begin with. Their tread plate, I was able to dial in a really good Metal tone with their tread plate amp, but everything else is like, even though it might sound like Metal when you're playing in the bedroom or whatever, when you start putting it in the mix, it goes to crap. So yeah, it's really, yeah. Bias would have a lot of work to do to be for Metal. But Plini for Metal, yeah, definitely not for Metal, dude. But yeah, they do have some clean tones. I did like the clean tones in there. The Skate Beer Show. What's up, Ricardo? Thanks for coming on, dude. Man. Well, guys, my camera's about to die. I'm fixing my camera situation this weekend. Oh my god, I've got to do something. I'm doing this. I've been doing this on my cell phone. And with Apple, I love Apple products, but whenever they like detoured us from being able to charge our phone and use like an external mic at the same time, they kind of screwed us. You know what I mean? I've got like a little lapel mic. You guys can't see it, but it's on top here. That's why the sound is a little bit more clear. But anyway, so this thing's about to die probably any moment now. But guys, do you have any questions for me? Anything you before we part ways for the evening? And thank you guys again for joining. I love these chats, man. This is awesome. Hey, real quick question before we go. Who would like for me to do a death metal version of Iron Maiden's Wasted Years? Let me know. Okay. I expected to get some yeses in there. I'm probably gonna do it anyway. But like I said, that's what I've been playing on acoustic. And thank you, Paul. Paul was there last night. That's the song I've been doing on acoustic, and I'm doing that in B minor. And I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? My 7 string, that's like what it's organically tuned to. That's that heavy string. So that would be a real cool tune to do. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put something together for that soon. Faceless, yeah, Apple probably has a splitter just for $80. You're right, dude. Yeah, only $80, right, dude? Oh man. Apple kind of went downhill when Steve Jobs passed away. I hope they bring things back up. I like the fact that my Mac here is synced with my downstairs Mac and my phone and everything, and our whole household is pretty much Apple. So it makes sharing between my wife and I documents and stuff like that, because she helps in the business as well. So it makes all that a little bit easier. I'm sure you probably do the same thing on PC. There's probably tools you can do it with a PC. What I do like about Macs though is I never have to worry about viruses and all that crap. So with PCs, man, I always had stupid crap happening, crashes and stuff, just I don't know, getting hacked or whatever. I don't know. And it wasn't like I was watching porn on my laptop. That's not something I really do. But anyway, so yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, the iPhone is cool, but hopefully they bring things back up. So everybody's okay with me doing a death metal version of Wasted Years. That's going to happen soon. I'm going to start working on that tomorrow. Guys, any last questions for me? I'm gonna shut us down for the evening here. It's been a lot of fun chatting with you guys, man. This has been an awesome. I love this. Chops and Hops. I'm gonna come out with a cool T-shirt for Chops and Hops, by the way, if you guys want me to. I'll make it reasonably priced or whatever, but yeah, I'm gonna come out. I'll do a Chops and Hops. I've got to go. I got to go with my designer to come up with a real cool logo, because I've got a Metal and Beer logo. You guys know that a lot of you have the Metal and Beer T-shirt. It just says Metal and Beer, and it's got 2 guitars crossing with a beer in the middle. It's a pretty awesome design. I've got one guy. If you guys ever need designs, let me know. I've got the person to go to. He does an awesome job for me. Very reasonable. But I'm gonna have him do something for Chops and Hops here, because I think that'd be cool. All right, guys. Love all you guys. You guys stay safe out there. Be cool. Remember your ABCs. Always be cool. And again, thank you so much for your support, for supporting this channel. Again, real quick, I do have links in the YouTube description of this video. If you guys want to go support me, my shop's in there. I've got some really cool items on there. Right now, I've got a deal where if you buy 3 of any apparel, t-shirt, mask, mugs, any of that stuff, you automatically get 15% off your entire order. So definitely take advantage of that if you decide to do that. And of course, I've got the link where you can stream my albums as well. So guys, Skate Beer, one last question for Skate Beer Show here. Dude, look at my last, either the 3 videos ago or 4 videos ago. Here, let me find it for you real quick, man. Because what you're asking, I just made a video about it, dude. Let me just go to it real quick. I'm gonna copy and paste this link in there so it's easy to find for you. I know sometimes YouTube does not make things easy to find. Where is my video? Okay, here we go. I just found it. I'm about to paste this. Hold on 1 second, dude. All right. speed picking. So, Skate Beer, check that video out, dude. That is, I give you some like just really simple and awesome tips on getting better at alternate picking and speed picking across multiple strings. So follow those tips, dude. I promise you will get better. Skate Beer Show. Also, make sure you have my ebook, my 10 metal riffs and licks. I'm gonna paste the link for this, and you'll be signed up on my email, which means I'll email you here and there sometimes, and every Friday, because I send out a notification every Friday of all the cool stuff that we did this week. But go there and sign up. I'll send you a free guide, and there's some links to videos in there as well. So, faceless, cartoony metalhead holding a beer. Yeah, that's thank you for that. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. All right, guys, I want to wrap it up. Thank you so much again for joining tonight. I have a blast doing this stuff with you guys, man. If you have any questions at all, just leave a comment on this video, and I'm happy to answer. If there's something you want to talk about too, like next Thursday, definitely let me know, and just leave that in the comments of this video after we end here, and I'm more than happy to entertain some more ideas. Guys, be safe out there. Until the next video, keep it metal.